I got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about with Michael Burry. Okay, can you pull up Michael Burry's article from yesterday or today? Is today the 27th or the 28th?
28th.
Yesterday, Burry comes out with an article. He said a few things. So this is a Business Insider story yesterday. The Big Short investor, Michael Burry, warns the stock market boom, reminds him of the dot-com bubble, and rings the alarm on options mania. Okay, go to the bottom. Burry said the current market boom reminds him of dot-com option frenzy, rampant speculation that precipitated the Great Depression, a flurry of recent tweets that has since been deleted. He does that quite often, by the way. The Scion Asset Management, by the way, which since 2015 has given returns of 26%, is what his management asset management company has done. Tweeted a screenshot of financialweb.com stock chart, the defunct company behind Stock Detective and other financial information websites, saw its share prices take a nosedive from a high of $28 to a fraction of a cent following the dot-com crash. A very common chart back in the day, Burry said, looks vaguely familiar. Moreover, the hedge fund manager compared the bull market during the 15 years of 2000 to the run-up in the stocks over the last 15 years. He highlighted a 94% correlation between the NASDAQ 100's performance in each of the periods and a 95% correlation for the S&P 500 index. So he continues. He continues to compare to 1929, what's going to be happening, et cetera, et cetera. Now watch this. So I kind of looked at some of his positions on what he has. Here's his positions. Put options are investments what he thinks is going to go down. Call options is stuff that he thinks is going to be going up, okay? Put options. He has $730 million of Tesla stock. Ooh. $730 million.
On a put?
It's going to go down, okay? Put is what he's got. He's got $280 million of shares of 20-year plus Treasury bond, okay, ETFs. It's called TLT, okay?
On puts?
On puts, that's going to go down. He's got call options.
That's really
you ready?
Bad. That's really bad for the country.
Of course it is, but watch what he has call options on. Even though if you go to his Twitter profile, go to his Twitter profile that says Michael J. Burry, and it's like Cassandra or something like that. Very weird what his Twitter profile is. Go type in Michael J. Burry, right there, Cassandra.
One of Steve Carell's best roles.
Look what hashtag he's got. Rest in peace, Alexei. You know who he's talking about. Rest in peace, Petrov. Boycott Amazon, boycott Facebook, boycott Coke. That's his hashtag in his account, right? And we'll read the article he has down here as well. You know what he's got for his call options?
What?
And he just increased the amount of money he put into this, 70% quarter over prior quarter. Highest money he's got of a company that he thinks is going to go up. Facebook, $327 million of call options. $230 million of Google. He increased that by 14% quarter over quarter. But he increased Facebook 71% quarter over quarter. He's got $130 million in McKesson, $58 million in Heinz ketchup, like Kraft Heinz, $53 million in Walmart, $48 million in Cardinal Health, $43 million in CVS, $9 million of a fund that shorts Treasury bonds. Let me say that one more time.
He's
a
double on
fund
Treasury.
that shorts on Treasury bonds. And this is based on three different things as he's looking at. Number one, inflation. Inflation is not going to affect any of the stuff that he has for call options with Facebook, Google, McKesson, Heinz, Walmart, CVS. He says inflation is not going to affect those guys at all. Inflation will affect Tesla, Treasury bonds, et cetera, et cetera. So number one is inflation. It's coming. Number two is interest rates are going to go up. It's coming. Number three, bond yields will increase, which means bond prices will decrease. And he is so certain that this is going to be taking place that he's putting his money where his mouth is. And he's predicting Big Short 2 is around the corner. This guy's not a dummy. He doesn't say things like this. He's not a guy that's just getting up there and saying, like Harry Dent wrote a book. Remember Harry Dent that said, I don't know if you guys remember Harry Dent's old book, that he was saying it's going to be the biggest market boom ever. The Dow Jones is going to go to 43,000 by 1999. I don't know the exact date. Can you put a Harry Dent prediction? You're talking about Michael J. Burry, that a movie was written about, and he did something where everybody thought he was an idiot, and everybody ended up calling him a hero because of a major prediction that he made. So if this is the case, and he's talking about where's his old book? He has an old book, The Next Great Bubble.
The Roaring 2000s.
Boom, the Roaring, yeah. He's made, he's talked about where the market's going to go. He's called The Next Crash. And a lot of stuff, but he wrote books where made a lot of sense, and then the opposite would happen. This is not him. This is Michael J. Burry, okay? He's got $730 million of Tesla stock he's shorting. It's not a small amount, guys.
Why Tesla, of all things?
Well, maybe the global shipping crisis has a factor in that too.
Chips.
Shipping crisis. You know, he's never been able to meet his deadlines with cars.
He's also been
when inflation goes up, people are not going to have money to go out there and just buy stuff like that.
He's also been against Tesla in terms of their market cap versus their output of cars for a long time. So this isn't anything new. He's saying with Tesla's overpriced, with the whole sledgehammer to souffle kind of analogy. So he's been talking about this for the last year.
Yeah, and how could you not think that Elon could get a little distracted with everything else he has? How much can he really put into Tesla that's necessary?
How long is the put and how long are the call options? Do you know? Does he give a duration on it?
You can probably go up there and find the timeline to see what's going on. But the point is, when a guy like this talks, you have to pay very close attention. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.